Watch today's game live at North Platte.
Hey everybody, welcome here to the Dow Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, Paxton Gordon here. It is time for some high school softball, FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming by our sponsor, the Cedar Room. Congratulations and happy to have the Cedar Room on as our premier video sponsor for this year. Also, you guys excited for some softball? It's a pretty packed house. I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of the packed I've seen in quite a while here at the Dow Sports Complex. Cozad and the Haymakers taking on North Platte High and the Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming in 1-3. They played a doubleheader yesterday against Kearney, and we all know that Kearney squad is always a tough opponent that North Platte has to go against every single year. And in game number one, it was actually quite not a close contest. 12-0 in that first game. The second game, much closer, a 12-9 loss for North Platte, as they were, fortunately, the team that was on the back end of the foot in both those games, and they are now 1-3 on the season. As for Cozad and the Haymakers, as we get ready to rock and roll with that. Before I even jump into Cozad, we're going to have to stop aside and take a break for the national anthem. Cozad 2-2. We come back, we'll have our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always something right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Is our mission. Great Plains
authorized for service on the ESPN
Dave's Place is back.
That's right. Dave's Place is back open, but this time at a brand new location. Come check us out at our new Dave's Place, just north of Walmart at 502 East Francis.
But don't worry, we haven't changed the best of Dave's Place. Still the best wings in town. And the best pizza, too.
And the family atmosphere you always want, just at a new stop. Dave's Place is now open at 502 East Francis in North Platte. Dine-in, carry-out, or DoorDash.
Following is 1 kilohertz tone on both channels at nominal levels in
Cracked
space.
windshield, foggy windows, need custom glass work? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years,
You are
Larry's
tuned
has
to
been
the
your
XTS
go-to
test
spot for
channel
all
for
things
ESPN
glass.
Audio in
From
Bristol.
auto to residential
Your
to
XTS
commercial.
receiver
If
must
it's
have a
glass,
full-time
Larry's Glass
internet
has it
connection
covered.
to one of
Fast,
the LAN
reliable,
ports.
and done right
Your
the first
receiver
time.
must also
Trust the
successfully
experts at
connect
Larry's
to the
Glass to keep you
ESPN
safe
Network
and looking
Operations
sharp.
Center
Call
to be
Larry's Glass
authorized for
today,
service on the ESPN
308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
Sit back and watch me push
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care. We're the area's premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's K-R-U-L-L Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410. It is time for our Double Dip Ice Creamery starting lineup. Double Dip Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of flavors. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and many, many more. Let's start off on the side of Cozad and the Haymakers, 2-2 on the season. Bella Hernandez at second base, leading off with Aubrey Hammerlund at shortstop. Sarah Howell is the pitcher with Clayton Flaherty in center field. Hennessy Cargill, a designated hitter. Addison Howarder, the catcher. Soraya Carter at first base. Britlin Bussinger at third base. McKenna Bros in left field. And Mallory Munster as the right fielder flex. Danica Jederezic is the center fielder today. She will be leading off with Tiffany Townsend at first base. Katie, boy, tells you how my weekend's been going. Katie Titus at third base. Savannah Gove in right field. Lauren Bowers at second base. Ari Reyna, the pitcher today for North Platte. Abby Stifler at shorts. Malia Harmon, the catcher, and Hayden Irvin will be your left fielder to start things off in today's contest. Ari Reyna on the mound for North Platte. Of course, she was a young arm last year who technically, honestly, I felt like towards the end of the season was the best arm North Platte had to offer, specifically in those district games where even though they went 1-2, probably put up their best performances of the season. Did not only Ari Reyna, but also North Platte High. She's going to have quite a challenge against a Cozad squad that, while maybe 2-2 to start with on the season, a team that you always have to be fearful of because this team is just, they're always something good. They're always something special. They always put their best foot forward, and it's going to be up to the Bulldogs to limit the mistakes. And as I say, limit the mistakes, that jumps into my Owls Lock and Safe keys to the game, securing North Platte and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. It starts on the defensive side early in this season. Of course, you're going to see a lot of errors and mistakes off of really, I don't even know how to describe it. A lot of simple things. So I look for North Platte to really cut down on these silly, stupid mistakes that sometimes have happened early in the season. And if they do that defensively, they might be able to lock down this Cozad squad. On the offense, I talked with a lot of not only the coaching staff, but some of the players during North Platte Media Day, and they were really excited because they were talking about how offensively this could be a very, very big power-hitting squad. I honestly expect them here today to maybe go a little more conservative in terms of using a hitter's approach and just going for easy hits up the middle, taking it one bat at a time, not really looking to make the super big play. And if they can commit to that, then honestly, they might be in some good hands here against this very, very good Cozad squad. Of course, it is 6:52, 74 degrees outside at first pitch. It is absolutely beautiful here on your Tuesday for high school softball as Ari Reyna's first pitch into Bella Hernandez today is down low in the dirt for ball number one. Our time and temperature is brought to you in part by High Street Insurance. Want to know the count? Out to Bella Hernandez. Aubrey Hammerlund is on deck, and Sarah Howell in the hole. The one game between these two teams today. No doubleheader at a very, very packed Dowhauer Sports Complex. Swing and a miss by Miss Hernandez for strike number two. It's now strike number one. It's a 1-1 count. Now for Ari Reyna, she looks for not only her first strikeout today, but also the first out. Pitch gets away from her just a little bit, and it goes up to the sky highs for ball number two. 2-1 the count, nobody on, nobody out. In this top of the first inning between Cozad and North Platte High. Reyna gets a sign in from Malia Harmon, and 2-1. That one goes into right field for a base hit. And just like that, a runner gets aboard for Cozad to lead off. It's the leadoff batter, Bella Hernandez. Turns one in between Tiffany Townsend and Lauren Bowers. And now there's a runner at first base for Cozad with Aubrey Hammerlund up to bat. After that, Sarah Howell, who is on deck. And then Clayton Flaherty, who is in the hole for Cozad. The righty Reyna gets set and delivers first pitch. It's going to be outside for ball number 1. Defense potentially expecting a bunt, so Katie Titus playing a little forward as well as Tiffany Townsend just a bit, expecting Hammerlin to lay a bunt down with nobody out and a runner at first being Hernandez. The 1-0 from Reyna. That one just around the knees. Throw on over to second. Is going to get into center field, but Bella Hernandez will successfully steal second base. Harmon had quite a tough throw to get it to second, but it's quickly a 2-0 count to Hammerlin. The runner in scoring position for Cozad. Already in this top of the first inning. 0-0 the score on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Swing and a miss by Hammerlin for strike number 1. 2-1 for the Haymakers. Reyna be pretty big if she can get a nice little ground down here and force the runner to stay at second. 2-1 pitch. Off speed, just a little bit above the chest for ball 3. Already at 8 pitches, 5 balls, 3 strikes for Reyna. Again, Sarah Howell is on deck for Cozad. 3-1 pitch. Oh, it's down goes Aubrey Hammerlin, and that is how this first out comes about for North Platte, as down goes Hammerlin for out number 1. And still a runner in scoring position for Sarah Howell as that goes right back up the center. And that is going to score. Potentially Hernandez is on over to second following the throw, Sarah Howell. So a runner scores a single into center field for the side of Cozad. Puts a runner all the way home and then moves Howell on the single on over to second following the throw. So another runner in scoring position.
Brings up the center fielder, number 9, Clayton Fleehardy.
As Clayton Fleehardy now is the batter up for the Haymakers. Another runner in scoring position, Sarah Howell. Hennessy Cargill on deck, and then Allison Howard is in the hole, as that's a big swing and a miss by Fleehardy for strike number 1. Still in scoring position, Sarah Howell. With only 1 out in this top of the first inning, a 1-0 score lead for Cozad and the Haymakers. That one's lifted into center field. On comes Jederezik, and she records the second out of this inning following the pop fly out into center from Fleehardy. And with that, a quick 2 down for Hennessy Cargill. Now as it comes up to bat, still a 1-0 lead on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Cozad striking first off a single into center field from Sarah Howell, as that one is bounced to the netting behind home plate for first strike of this at-bat. As Reyna looking to get out of this inning, only allowing the single run to come across. Swing and a miss from Cargill. That's a quick 0-2 count for Hennessy Cargill. When I was in a tricky situation with already being down 0-2 with 2 down. Here comes that 0-2 pitch. Oh, man, just teetering on that line of outside the zone, and it's ball number 1. 1-2 the count now to Cargill. Howder on deck, and then Soraya Carter in the hole. Reyna's payoff 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Cargill. And that is how this inning comes to an end. Yes, 1 run did come across for the side of Cozad, but that is all that Ari Reyna let across. We now go to the bottom of the first inning. Can North Platte equalize? We'll have to find out. We come back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
Dave's Place is back.
That's right. Dave's Place is back open, but this time at a brand new location. Come check us out at our new Dave's Place, just north of Walmart at 502 East Francis.
But don't worry, we haven't changed the best of Dave's Place. So the best wings in town. And the best pizza, too.
And the family atmosphere you always want, just at a new stop. Dave's Place is now open at 502 East Francis in North Platte. Dine-in, carry-out, or DoorDash.
Whoop, whoop.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dow Hauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. Danica Jederezik is up to bat for the first time today for North Platte High softball, trailing 1-0 on our State Farm agent Bobby Holst scoreboard as first pitch from Sarah Howell in there for strike number one. Timeouts and half innings brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group, helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for more than 50 years. As well as Justin Thompson Agency with American Family Insurance. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service no matter what type of insurance you're looking for. Farm, ranch, auto, home, life, or business, they have the answer for your insurance needs. Currently now an 0-2 count. Jederezik fouls the last pitch off as the 0-2 from Howell. That one's popped up and will drift foul over to the netting behind home plate. We'll stay at 0-2. Tiffany Townsend on deck. Katie Titus, a powerful 1-2-3 for North Platte. And honestly, 1-2-3-4 as that pitch is up high from Sarah Howe. And a lot of the girls I talked to were excited about this year, not because of anything in particular, but they couldn't really pinpoint anything in particular, really, outside of potentially the power hitting being one of the biggest bright spots for this North Platte offense. 1-2! That one's tied up inside and high, so it's quickly back to even at 2-2 the count now. And this is a runner you don't want to have on the base pads if you're Cozad with Jederezik. As the 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be lofted into center field. Is it shallow enough? It is! It's going to fall just in front of Clayton Fleehardy, and that is a single for Danica Jederezik. And just like that, North Platte gets a runner on to first base. And continuing with that mantra of power, 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 here is Tiffany Townsend. Built like a freight train, can hit one a mile high out of the park if she is given the right pitch. As Howell's first pitch to Tiffany Townsend is way outside. Then you have Katie Titus, who over the years has been known to have that power bat for North Platte. Then Savannah Gove after that. Jederezik, a speedster, can steal if given the opportunity to, as Howell's 1-0 pitch. That one just below the letters for strike number one. It's 1-1 the count. There is a runner at first base. Again, Danica Jederezik, who hit a single just in front of Clayton Fleehardy. 1-1 count to the first baseman, Tiffany Townsend, as Howell gets the sign and delivers. Another off-speed, way called in from the home plate umpire. That one looked mighty far outside, but beautiful pitch from Howell, and more better from Howitzer to put it back into the zone. The 1-2 count, swung on and fouled hard back to the net. We'll still stay at 1-2. As Townsend trying to not only get onto the base pads, but move Jederezik maybe one or two more forward to threaten a score. Another one that's fouled off the bat of Tiffany Townsend. She stares down at first to talk with first-year head coach Laura Johnson, taking over for Coach Greeno. Of course, Johnson coached the last 2 games of the season and the district games. That one popped up, drifting towards foul territory. Carter running towards it, but it's going to, once again, knock into the netting. Still a 1-2 count. Tiffany Townsend battling it out here with Sarah Howell early on. As 1-2. That one going to go out to left field this time and just barely fall on the foul line. I mean, we were so close to keeping it fair, and that would have been big for Jetta Rezick. She might have gotten all the way to third if it did not cut to the left any more than it did. So still a 1-0 score on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard in favor of Cozad and the Haymakers. Hal again with her 1-2 pitch. Popped up. This one drifting over to Carter at first. She gets under it, and she's just barely hangs on to it a little bit out of position, but picks up the first out of this inning as Soraya Carter able to grab that ball, and down goes Tiffany Townsend for Katie Titus. Playing third base today is Howell's first pitch to Titus. Off speed in there for strike number 1. One of the de facto leaders for this squad and has been one of the prominent leaders for North Platte High softball for about 2 seasons now, and is ready to help lead this team not only back to districts to look for vengeance, but improve upon last year as Howell's pitch upstairs, ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Titus. Jederezik still on over at first. Waiting for an opportunity to go. Following Titus, Savannah Gove, and then Lauren Bowers for North Platte. Another off-speed pitch from Sarah Howell is outside. So far, 16 pitches in this bottom of the first for Howell. 11 strikes, 5 balls. Cozad still with that 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Next pitch. Another one outside. Jederezik going to run on over to second. She gets there in time and is not tagged by Hammerlin, and just like that, not only does the runner advance to second on a stolen base, but Katie Titus is staring down the barrel of a 3-1 count. With only 1 out in this bottom of the first inning, North Platte looking to equalize the score with Cozad just up by 1. Howe, her 3-1 pitch. It's down low for ball number 4, and with that, Katie Titus walks on over to first, and not surprised or shocked that that's the approach that Hal went with, knowing the danger that was Katie Titus when she was up to bat. Savannah Gove is now checking in for the first time here tonight. Lauren Bowers on deck with Ari Reyna in the hole for the Bulldogs. 2 runners aboard. Jederezik at second. Titus at first. It's big swing and a miss from the young Savannah Gove for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Still 1 out in this bottom of the first. North Platte trailing by 1. 1-0 to the Haymakers and our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Another off-speed pitch from Lauren Howe that just struggling to find the zone. So far tonight, most of the balls that have come from Sarah Howe have been off speeds. Her strikes have been predominantly fastballs that have looked really good, but the off speed's just not working right now as that's lifted foul. Another hit that if it a little earlier or a little later even would have fallen in for a base hit. But there's strike number 2 following the foul ball from Savannah Gove. Still bottom of the first inning, 2 runners aboard for North Platte. 1-2. Foul tipped off by Gove. She just got a little piece of it on the top of her bat. We'll have another attempt. And if one thing's for certain so far, North Platte batters are really working Sarah Howell already. 22 pitches for Howell in the bottom of the first inning. We only have 1 out. Another 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, that off speed. Finally able to get a North Platte batter to swing on it, and fortunately cost Gove an out, and she goes down, and here comes Miss Lauren Bowers. Another one of those members for North Platte who has been a staple for years. Of course, take it back 2 years when she pitched that final inning against Papillion La Vista South in the final 2 innings against Papillion La Vista South to help North Platte advance the championship match as she pops that up into shallow first base, and Soraya Carter is able to grab it, and that's how this final out comes to an end. North Platte did have a runner in scoring position. They did accrue a hit. We now go to the top of the second. Can they hold Cozad to just one? You'll have to find out. We come back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex, FM 98.1 and AM 1410.
In a lawsuit, a little extra liability protection can go a long way. I'm Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. A personal umbrella policy from American Family Insurance offers $1 million or more of coverage over and above the limits of your auto and home policy. And it's affordable. Contact Justin at the Justin Thompson Agency at 501 South Dewey Street or call 534-2400 today.
American Family Insurance. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. With your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gives you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the, you guessed it, top of the second inning, as that one is lightly tapped back to Ari Reyna for out number one from Addison Howarder. And just like that, there's one down in this top of the second inning. Our timeout's brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other Sports Zone sponsors for today's game, Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998. And now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Soraya Carter now up to bat. She swinged and missed on her first attempt. Now down 0-1 in the count to Ari Reyna, and lasers one back to the backstop for a foul ball, and it's quickly 0-2 to the first baseman. Britland Bussinger is in the hole, on deck with McKenna Bros in the hole for Cozad. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Ooh, that one just a tick above the letters for ball number one. I mean, we were oh so close for that, falling in for strike three. 1-2 now to Carter as Reyna gets the sign from Harmon and delivers. That off speed, unfortunately, off the mark. Came a little awkwardly off of Reyna's fingers, and just like that, it's quickly 2-2 the count now to Soraya Carter. Reyna likes what she sees, winds up the next pitch, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Carter. There's out number one and another strikeout. Clock it for Ari Reyna, with Britland Bussinger is now up to bat. Quickly 2 down in this top of the second inning. Reyna with a 2 up, 2 down start to the second, trying to hold on again. Make sure that Cozad doesn't increase their lead. They're up 1-0. Check swing, and they're going to say that Bussinger did go around. That's strike one. That one's so close. She tried so hard to hold back on the swing, knowing it was up and tight inside, but first base umpire after review said it did go around, so it's 0-1. So the next pitch for Reyna, not her best. It's almost in the dirt. Ball number one. It's 1-1 the count now. One and one with 2 down, nobody on for the Haymakers. Reyna's next pitch popped up, drifting towards first base, but into the net it goes. So Tiffany Townsend not going to be able to potentially record the final out, but now it's a 1-2 count to Britland Bussinger. Can Reyna not only record another strikeout, but find the final out? Sign from Harmon. 1-2. Little chopper on over to Abby Stifler at short. Quick throw on over to first. And that's how this inning comes to an end. North Platte with a quick 1, 2, 3, top of the second inning. We now go to the bottom of the second. Can they equalize the score? You'll have to find out. We come back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care, where there is premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's K-R-U-L-L Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
Your family depends on you. That's why you work hard to make sure they have everything they need. With life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company, you'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most. Now's the time to plan ahead. Let's talk about protecting your loved one's financial future and finding peace of mind you and your loved ones deserve. For details, contact Justin, 534-2400, or stop by 501 South Dewey Street, just south of Little Caesars Pizza on the corner of E and Dewey.
American Family Insurance.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410. It's Ari Reyna who's up to bat for the first time today against pitcher Sarah Howell. Quickly 2-0 the count to Mr. Reyna. As always, we're video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com on our Cedar Room live stream. And always thank you to our Sports Zone sponsor for today's game, Justin Thompson Family Agency with American Family Insurance. As Reyna swings and misses on a pitch that was upstairs, it's 2-1 now, the count to the pitcher. Abby Stifler is on deck with Malia Harmon in the hole for the Dogs. Popped up, that one's drifting behind the catcher there, Addison Orator, and she's there to glove it for out number one. Unlucky there for Reyna. Tried to get it as close as she can to the netting, but the wind pushing it back towards Howarder, and just like that. One out here for Abby Stifler. So 7, 8, and 9 are due up after, well, 8 and 9 after Stifler, as she comes up to bat for the first time, swings and misses on a pitch that is outside for strike number one. 0-1 the count. Still a 1-0 lead on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. We meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. 0-1 pitch. That's upstairs for ball one. Can give a rounding applause to Miss Holst and her crew. They are helping me as my whole apartment complex flooded over the weekend, so I needed to go to my insurance agent, Miss Bobby Holst, and her crew have done a fantastic job of making sure I am not only well taken care of, but making sure I am not homeless. Swinging and missing is Stifler. It's a 1-2 count. Oh, yeah, I also lose my hair tomorrow. So it's all just downhill, you know, the last couple of days. As 1-2. Off speed once again below the knees. So really for North Platte today, they just need to make sure they don't swing on these off-speed pitches, because Sarah Howell is just really struggling to find any consistency of putting those off-speed pitches into the zone. 2-2. And another one, just like that. That one almost into the dirt. Howarder has to really reach down and grab it. Full count to Abby Stifler. Wouldn't be shocked if we see a fastball right here to potentially get another out for the Cozad Haymakers. Oh, that one just around the knees, but it is up and in, and that is how Abby Stifler goes down. Quick 2 up, 2 down for North Platte's offenses. Here comes Malia Harmon, catcher in today's game. For the first time, Hayden Irvin is on deck with then Danica Jederezik in the hole for North Platte. Back to the top of the order with Jederezik. His first pitch from Howell is just a little bit below the plate. Ball number one. North Platte trying to equalize. 1-0 lead in this bottom of the second inning for the Haymakers is another pitch. That one way outside from Howell. She's at 36 pitches so far, 21 strikes, 15 balls, so a little inconsistent with her command early on in this ball game. As Howell, next pitch, hard grounder that is foul down the third base side. There for strike number 1 from Malia Harmon. Two and one, 2 down at the bottom of the second. Nobody on for North Platte High School as they look to try to equalize the score. Another pitch that's going to be fouled off by Harmon for strike number 2. It is a 2-2 count at a packed Dow-Howard Sports Complex. Love to see the attendance so far early in the season. Absolutely electric. 2-2 and 2 down. The pitch. That one's touching the dirt for ball 3. And now Malia Harmon in a spot to potentially walk here against Sarah Howell, who once again struggling to find the zone. 3-2. Little tapper on over to third. Good glove by Bussinger, and it's on over to first. And that is a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second inning for North Platte High. We're going to make our way now top of the third. A 1-0 lead on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. We come back here to the Dow-Howard Sports Complex on FM 98.1 AM 1410 and live is streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Hey, high school students, why wait to start college when you can begin transforming your future for free? Mid-Plains Community College is now offering free tuition for dual credit and early entry classes beginning this fall. Get ahead, save money, and transform your future while in high school. Talk to your high school guidance counselor or visit our website at mpcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu. Students are responsible for all course-related fees and must attend a Nebraska high school or Nebraska homeschool to qualify.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care, where there is premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's K-R-U-L-L Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ. Merrick's Ranch House. Lunch specials Tuesday through Saturday with 2 sides, just $10. See them on Facebook. Dine in, order online, use DoorDash, or just call for carryout. Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
It is the top of the third inning, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. McKenna Bros is up to bat for the first time today against Ari Reyna. Bella Hernandez, the leadoff batter, is up next with Aubrey Hammerlin in the hole. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group, helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for more than 50 years. Paxton Gordon here from the Dow-Howard Sports Complex. A absolutely jammed-packed sports complex. I'm actually just in awe of how many people have showed up here today. It is a treat to not only get to see these many people come out and support the high school, but also just love to see the community support, as always. As swinging and missing is McKenna Bros for strike number 1. Is a 2-1 count from Ari Reyna. 30 pitches so far, 19 strikes to 11 balls from Reyna. Is her next one, unfortunately, very far in the dirt. Ball 3, Malia Harmon really had to jump out to get it. Walk here would bring the leadoff batter, Bella Hernandez, to the plate. Again, Cozad leading 1-0 on our State Farm agent, Bobby Hull scoreboard, but Reyna strikes out McKenna Bros, and that was the first out of this inning. And just like that, it was looking a little scary for Miss Reyna, but she blows the doors right off of Bros, and there's one out here in this top of the third inning with Bella Hernandez, who singled in her first plate appearance past Lauren Bowers, is up to the plate, and she takes a hearty whack and misses it. Strike number 1. Aubrey Hammerlin is on deck, and then Sarah Howell in the hole. Hammerlin and Howell came around for the haymakers, or one of them did, excuse me. Hammerlin did, as another swing and a miss. That pitch was very up high, but Hernandez Took an unhealthy swing, and that is a miss. And now it's 0-2 the count as Reyna looking for another strikeout to do it again. 2 up, 2 down. That one popped up, drifting towards foul territory. Oh, Katie Titus almost got there in time, but just a fraction too late. And it's a foul ball, and Hernandez will try once again. Very close action here today between these two teams. Always going to expect that between Cozad and North Platte. Haymakers, a very, very well-known softball program, off to a calm start at 500, 2-2. North Platte 1-3, and on a 3-game losing streak as that one is smashed out to left field, but Irvin gets underneath it, and there's out number 2. As Hayden Irvin is there to just move a little to the left, and she grabs that second out, and it's 2 up, 2 down for Aubrey Hammerlin, who struck out looking in her previous plate appearance for Cozad. As Reyna, with a deep breath, will get the side from Harmon and wind up. That's beautiful. Almost down the center for strike number 1. After a rocky, well, I can't even say rocky, after a little bit of a tough start to the first inning where she gave up 1 run. Ari Reyna has been absolutely on fire since then, really shutting down the Haymakers offense. As that one's foul tipped off by Hammerlin, and quick 0-2 count. Reyna looking to, once again, go 3 up, 3 down in an inning and back-to-back innings. As Malia Harmon will relay the sign to Reyna. She'll take a deep breath, get set. The 0-2 pitch. Oh, that one just barely foul tipped to the net. So once again, we'll stay at 0-2. Back-to-back foul balls from Hammerlin. Sarah Howe is on deck with Clayton Fleehardy in the hole for the Haymakers. Of course, North Platte taking on Kearney yesterday in a doubleheader, quickly turning around for a 1-game series against Cozad. That one low and outside. Good block from Harmon, but it's 1-2 the count. They fell in game number 1, 12-0 to the Bearcats. Had a strong performance in game 2, but ultimately fell 12-9, and now again 1-3. Reyna's 1-2. Well, that one just awkwardly came off of her hand, and now it's quickly 2-2 the count now to Hammerlin. Again, a 1-0 lead in our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. So as you can view our live stream at NorthPlattePost.com on our Cedar Room. Live stream is swinging and missing once again as Hammerlin, and Ari Reyna with a 3 up, 3 down, top of the 3rd inning. She is wheeling and dealing. We now go to the bottom of the 3rd. Can North Platte answer back and get a score and tie this game up? You'll have to find out when we come back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Cracked windshield, foggy windows, need custom glass work? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years, Larry's has been your go-to spot for all things glass. From auto to residential to commercial. If it's glass, Larry's Glass has it covered. Fast, reliable, and done right the first time. Trust the experts at Larry's Glass to keep you safe and looking sharp. Call Larry's Glass today, 308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
Every step should feel great, but if foot pain, bunions, heel spurs, or injuries are slowing you down, Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists is here to help. Their expert team of doctors provide top-notch care, from routine foot health to advanced treatments and surgery. Whether you're an athlete, always on the go, or just tired of aching feet, they'll get you back on your feet pain-free. Step into comfort. Call Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists today, or see them online at gpfootandankle.com.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex. Leading off the inning, Hayden Irvin with a beautiful bunt that catches Cozad sleeping, and a runner gets aboard for North Platte, their second hit of the day. As our timeouts are brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group. His location, 621 South Dewey Sweet Pea, as well as our other sponsors for today's game, Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998, and are bringing those services to the North Platte area. Danica Jetarezic up to bat. She singled right in front of Clayton Fleehardy, and her last plate appearance is Irvin. Ooh, a little scary on the slide, but still makes it in, as I think time's going to be called now as she is slow to get up. Okay, she gives a thumbs up, and I'm only saying that just because North Platte has, unfortunately, the last couple of months have not had great success when it comes to knees. Unfortunately, of course, we know Kiki Williams for the volleyball team down for the rest of the year with her ACL injury, and now Lexi Lantis for the volleyball team going down with another member tearing their ACL, that during the Jamboree game, and you really feel for both being seniors. As Danica Jetarezic quickly down 0-2 to Sarah Howell, with Tiffany Townsend on deck and Katie Titus in the hole. Howell once again fouled off by Jetarezic. So good to see Irvin pop back up after that awkward slide to first base, but she is in scoring position for the Bulldogs. Again, they are threatening to score, trailing 1-0 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Howell with her now 45th pitch. Oh, mamma mia, that one just barely sneaks in for out number one. Don't blame Danica there. She saw it cutting towards the outside of the plate, but just it barely snuck in at the last second. And there's a strikeout for Howell in the first out of this inning as Tiffany Townsend is up to bat. She flew out to Soraya Carter in her first plate appearance and then just chops one over to Aubrey Hammerlin. And there's a quick 2-up, 2-down following the bunt from one Hayden Irvin. And with that, Katie Titus now walks aboard. She walked in her previous plate appearance for North Platte High School, as Howell likes a sign from Howarder, and she lightly taps the one back to Sarah Howell, and that's how this inning will come to an end. North Platte did get a runner into scoring position, but were unable to convert, going 0 for 3 after that. We now will go to the top of the fourth inning. Cozad still leading 1-0. We come back to the Dowhauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Nicole is having her favorite Runza salad.
The something ranch salad.
It's the chicken bacon ranch salad.
But you can put whatever else you want around it. I'm here for the ranch.
I'm with you. Runza's homemade ranch is perfect. It's so good. A classic.
It's literally the only reason I like salad.
Great point. Come get a salad with your ranch. Try Runza's chicken bacon ranch salad today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Hey, high school students, why wait to start college when you can begin transforming your future for free? Mid-Plains Community College is now offering free tuition for dual credit and early entry classes beginning this fall. Get ahead, save money, and transform your future while in high school. Talk to your high school guidance counselor or visit our website at mpcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu. Students are responsible for all course-related fees and must attend a Nebraska high school or Nebraska homeschool to qualify.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410. High into the sky goes a softball off the bat of Sarah Howell, but Tiffany Townsend is there to hold it down at first base. And there's out number one. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part Kevin McCann in the Fortified Group, helping North Platte and surrounding areas for over 50 years. See Kevin McGann for all your farm, crop, auto, home, commercial insurance. Clayton Fleehardy is up to bat. She flew out to Danica Jetarezic, who was in center field in her last at-bat. Faith Bennett has moved to center, with Jetarezic moving to left field, as Fleehardy swung and missed for the first strike of this at-bat. As Reyna now with the deep breath delivers her 0-1. Foul tipped off by Fleehardy. It's quickly 0-2. Hennessy Cargill is on deck. Then Addison Howarder is in the hole. for Cozad. They still lead 1-0 on our State Farm Agent Bobby Hull scoreboard in this top of the fourth. Swing and a miss, and down goes Flea Hardy. And just like that, 2 outs here in this top of the fourth. Ari Reyna is wheeling and dealing. Again, after allowing that 1 run to come across in the top of the first inning, she has been lights out for the Bulldogs since. 48 total pitches, 34 strikes, 14 balls as Hennessy Cargill hits one on over to Lauren Bowers. Bowers trying to run on over to first, but unfortunately nobody is there to cover the bag as Tiffany Townsend tried to make the dive on the softball at first base, and Reyna a little too slow to make her way to first, and because of that, that's an infield single for Hennessy Cargill. As that is the third hit for Cozad today. Addison Horder is now up to bat. She grounded out to Ari Reyna in her previous plate appearance. Runner at first with 2 outs on our State Farm Agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Swing and a miss. Howarder, and just like that, 0-1 the count. Soraya Carter is on deck. Britlin Bussinger is in the hole for the Haymakers. Still holding on to that 1-run lead. Next pitch. Swing and a miss again. Reyna just putting them up, putting them down so far. Looking to make it another amazing inning. And we'll get the sign from Harmon. 0-2. Swing! And it's just going to be barely foul tipped off the bat of Addison Howarder. So we'll stay at 0-2. I mean, somehow, some way, she just got contact with that ball. And now again with that 0-2 pitch, here comes from Reyna. And the dirt gets a little bit away from Aaliyah Harmon, but not far enough to move Cargill, who is at first base. There's ball number 1 of this at-bat. 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. We're just putting these innings up and down at a record pace right now. 1-2. Light tapper to the net. So we'll stay at 1-2 once again. Second foul ball of this at-bat. Seven and 8 are due up for Cozad after Howarder. As Reyna's 1-2 payoff again. Hit off the net, off the bat. Third foul ball, and Ari Reyna will try again. Probably her toughest battle so far in today's game for Ari Reyna. As we're at now going to be pitch number 7. Another payoff 1-2 pitch. Another light tap back to the net. And the at-bat just somehow barely stays alive for Addison Howarder, who is just barely hanging on by a thread right now. As Reyna gets the sign from Aaliyah Harmon. The 1-2. Oh, no, it gets away from Harmon as that's very tight inside. And because of that, Hennessy Cargill is going to easily saunter on over to second with a passed-up ball. It's 2-2. The count now for Addison Howarder. Another 2-2 pitch. Just barely foul tipped off. Again, I mean, we are just foul city over here. 5 foul balls from Addison Howarder. As Reyna digging deep to find the final out of this inning. With the runner in scoring position at second being Hennessy Cargill. 2-2. Popped up. That might be it. Malia Harmon trying to get to it. Oh, but it bounces off of the net. And for a 6th time, that's a foul ball. And it's quite a battle between these two. As time's going to be called for Cargill out at second, but now everything seems to be A-okay, so we'll get underway. Harmon staring down Coach Johnson from the dugout to get the sign. 2-2 once again. Reyna's pitch to Howarder. Another one that's down low. On over to third. Can Harmon get there? Can the tag happen? Oh, and just barely. Hennessy Cargill makes her way to third, following the passed up ball from Malia Harmon. And now it is 3-2. Howard are really battling hard here. The next pitch, swing and a miss. And now we're going to throw on over to first. A drop third strike doesn't matter as Howarder goes down. And that's how this inning comes to an end. Arena was just able to find the final out, even with the runner in scoring position. On a drop third strike, we now go to the bottom of the fourth. Can North Platte finally equalize? You have to find out. We come back to the Dowhauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
In a lawsuit, a little extra liability protection can go a long way. I'm Justin Thompson at the Justin Thompson Agency. A personal umbrella policy from American Family Insurance offers $1 million or more of coverage over and above the limits of your auto and home policy. And it's affordable. Contact Justin at the Justin Thompson Agency at 501 South Dewey Street or call 534-2400 today.
American Family Insurance.
Experience the new Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy Building at 120 West Leota in North Platte, featuring Nebraska's first zero-G 3D unit for advanced balance training, pediatric therapy suite, therapy pool, hand therapy center, and sports performance gym. Call 308-568-7456 to schedule your appointment today. Great Plains Health, comprehensive care for recovery, rehabilitation, and performance.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410. It is a 1-0 lead on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard with Savannah Gove, the first batter that Sarah Howe is going to see in this bottom of the fourth inning. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann in the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann in the Fortifying Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. As well as our other Sports Zone sponsors for today's game, Hands of Heartland. Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998. There's Jake from the Telegraph. Love to see him as always. The 1-1 to Gove, and that's just way up and outside. She took a hastily poor decision swung, and now it's 1-2 the count to young Savannah Gove. Sweet Mamma Mia. It is not. It's Castle and Cole. How about that? See, you can just tell. That flood, I'm telling you, the flood is just throwing me all out of sorts today. 2-2 the count now to Cole, who is the batter here for North Platte. Fouling one back to stay at 2-2. Nobody out, bottom of the fourth inning. North Platte still is trailing by 1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. That's next pitch. That one, again, the off speeds from Howell off the mark. It's 3-2 as that's a voice I heard. Coach Pittner's out there. 3-2, nobody out. Cole could potentially walk here with the next pitch from Howell. Popped up. That one's going out to shallow shortstop. Hammerlin's going to get underneath it, and she gets there for first out of this at-bat and this inning correction as Castle and Cole goes down with a pop-up. As now comes Lauren Bowers. Maybe we were given an older lineup, you know? I think it's a possibility. I've seen, it's happened before. First pitch to Bowers, tight side and in for strike number 1 from Howell. 55 pitches now for Sarah Howell, 36 strikes, 19 balls. Today's game, second baseman Bowers looking not only for her first out, first hit as that one gets past Howell. Bowers scampering to first. Oh, just barely didn't make it to first. I mean, it was a bang-bang play, but a great throw from Aubrey Hammerlin. And there's the second out of this inning. I mean, that was a hair's width that Bowers did not step on the bang, but an even better throw from Hammerlin, and just like that, 2 are down for Ari Reyna as she turns on one to Soraya Carter, but there to grab it is Bella Hernandez. And that is a 3-up, 3 down for North Platte's offense. Quickly, we now go to the top of the 5th when we come back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. Welcome back here to the Dow Hour Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410. It is top of the 5th inning as there's strike number 1 to first baseman Soraya Carter from Ari Reyna. Carter 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging in her previous plate appearance. Half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group. Check out Mr. Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group, 621 South Dewey. Sweet B as Carter swings and misses. She's quickly down the count, 0-2. Ari Reyna, man, she has just been wheeling and dealing, throwing strikes left, right, and center. 63 total pitches, 46 strikes to 17 balls. 0-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Carter. I'm going to have to check our stats and to see kind of where Reyna is at in her strikeouts so far because, of course, we all know Tatum Montalongo holds the record for strikeouts in a singular game. I think at 14, as that's a bunt attempt from Bussinger, and no good. And just like that, Britlin Bussinger is down 0-1 on the count, so she's got a ways to go if she wants to get to Montalongo's strikeout record, but the way she's wheeling and dealing, it's a possibility tonight. 0-1 is Bussinger grounded out in her previous plate appearance, swings on a pitch that she is well behind in. It is 0-2 now the count to Britlin Bussinger. McKenna Bros on deck, the back to the top of the order with Bella Hernandez. The 0-2 pitch, and a miss. Another strikeout for Ari Reyna. And there are 2 down in this inning for McKenna Bros, who previously struck out in her last plate appearance. And after Bros, back to the top of the order with Bella Hernandez and Aubrey Hammerlin. As that's popped up into the sky, can Harmon get there? She cannot. It goes to the net. Strike number 1. Bros trying to lay down a surprise 2-out bunt to catch North Platte off guard. They were well prepared for it, but not a perfect bunt from Bros. It was popped up to the heavens. 0-1 the count. Tiffany Townsend and Katie Titus preparing for potentially a bunt. That one hard hit to the net. Strike number 2 off another foul ball. 0-2 the count. Reyna looking for her 3rd straight strikeout. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down she goes. Reyna is on fire, and that is how this inning comes to an end. 3 straight strikeouts for Reyna. We now go to the bottom of the 5th inning. North Platte still trailing in this game 1-0 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care, where there is premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrullClinic.com, that's K-R-U-L-L Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
Your family depends on you. That's why you work hard to make sure they have everything they need. With life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company, you'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most. Now's the time to plan ahead. Let's talk about protecting your loved one's financial future and finding peace of mind you and your loved ones deserve. For details, contact Justin, 534-2400, or stop by 501 South Dewey Street, just south of Little Caesars Pizza on the corner of E and Dewey.
American Family Insurance.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM, KOOQ. Merrick's Ranch House. Lunch specials Tuesday through Saturday with 2 sides, just $10. See them on Facebook. Dine in, order online, use DoorDash, or just call for carryout. Merrick's.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex. FM 98.1, AM 1410 as Abby Stifler gets a single into the shallow center field. Stifler with the 3rd North Platte hit today. She leads off the bottom of the 5th with a big hit as now up to bat Malia Harmon. She grounded out to Brittlin Bussinger in her last plate appearance. Again, our timeouts and half innings brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey. Sweet B, that one popped up. It's going foul, and it is fouled off for strike number 1. As Harmon will come back to bat. Faith Bennett is on deck, and Janica Jadarezic in the hole for North Platte. Runner at first base, nobody out for the Bulldogs. This bottom of the 5th inning, still trailing 1-0 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. That one, good hit, stays fair. The throw on over to first to Soraya Carter is in time. Bennett kind of... Oh, a ball escapes onto the field. I believe from the warm-ups. I actually don't know where that ball came from, but it just rolled out onto the center of the field, and home plate umpire not happy with that, and because of it, we're going to reset. It's I think we're 2-0 or 0-2 the count now to Malia Harmon. Still with a runner on over at first being Abby Stifler. 0-2. Outside, Stifler going to go. Good run. That ball going to be nowhere even near. She going to take off. She is. That one's going to be kind of risky, and it's probably not going to. Oh, the ball is dropped. She making it in time. The ball. Yeah! The ball was dropped by Brittlin Bussinger on the slide from Abby Stifler. It was a little dangerous because Stifler did not see that the ball did not skip past super far into center field. She still went for it, but Bussinger cannot. Oh, and now we're going to have some time as a head coach for Cozad and have a conversation. The ball was dropped as she was sliding on the tag, so she's safe. But Stifler making it all the way to third base. It was a bit risky, but it worked out nonetheless. 1-2 the count now to Malia Harmon with the game-tying run a few feet away at third base for North Platte. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Howell's delivery. That one goes out to left field. It is down for a base hit. Making her way on over to second. Here comes Malia Harmon. A stand-up double for the catcher. Malia Harmon. Big big hit. Not only does it score the run, North Platte now has another runner in scoring position at second base. It is tied 1-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Following the big double from Malia Harmon. As it looks like we'll have a courtesy runner for Harmon. As Briley Wilkerson will now be courtesy running for Harmon at second, but North Platte might be cracking this game wide open here. Faith Bennett up to bat. Of course, now taking over in center field for the Bulldogs. With the runner in scoring position at second. Off-speed pitch from Howell. Right around the letters, but in for strike number one. Of course, North Platte was pretty aggressive when it comes to their base running last season in the limited games that Laura Johnson was head coach, so wouldn't be shocked potentially if we see somebody take off from second as that one is popped up to shallow pitching square, and dropping it there is Britlin Bussinger. As Bussinger as well as Sarah Howell collide at around the pitching circle. An error, the first error today for Cozad, and it results in Faith Bennett getting to first base. And now time's going to be called as we're going to have a conversation following that collision. Brent Dinslage is not happy after that collision. Back-to-back bad plays from the infield of the Haymakers, one resulting in an error, and now two North Platte runners are aboard. First error today for Cozad. Still nobody out in this bottom of the fifth inning as Danica Jederesic comes up to bat. She struck out looking in her last plate appearance. She did single into shallow center field in her first. Now with an opportunity to load the bases with Briley Wilkerson at second. Again, courtesy running for Malia Harmon. And Faith Bennett at first. 1-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. The bottom of the fifth inning. Tiffany Townsend is on deck. Katie Titus in the hole. And if you're Sarah Howell with nobody out, you're kind of shaking in your cleats because this is the scariest part of the North Platte order. And the order you do not want to see up right now with two runners aboard. Swinging into center field, it goes! It falls for another base hit. That is a single for Danica Jederesic. And the bases are loaded for Tiffany Townsend. Runners at first, second, and third for North Platte. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for Cozad just yet. Jederesic at first. Bennett at second. Briley Wilkerson at third base. Tiffany Townsend is 0 for 2 today, but what an opportunity she has at hand to bring runs across for the Bulldogs. Infield playing potentially for a bunt attempt as she rockets one foul down the third base side. For strike number one. Again, if there are two batters that are due up next that if you're Sarah Howell, you are not happy to see, that is number 9 and number 30, two of the biggest power hitters for this North Platte offense. Tiffany Townsend, Katie Titus. Bases loaded. Nobody out for the Bulldogs, tied 1-1. That pitch upstairs from Hal. It's ball number one. Can really see the crowd making a big difference right now. The Bulldogs football team coming out in droves, supporting the softball program, and it's kind of causing some chaos for the Haymakers right now. As the 1-1. That one goes out to left field. It is in for a hit. That is Tiffany Townsend. She'll go back. It's just a single. As that is an RBI single for one. Tiffany Townsend, and North Platte takes the lead for the first time in this ball game.
Brings up the third baseman, number 30, Katie Titus.
It is 2-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Katie Titus now up to bat for the Dogs. She checks swings on pitch upstairs. There's ball number 1 for the senior third baseman. Base is still loaded. Bennett at third. Jetarezic at second. Townsend at first. The 1-0 from Sarah Howell. Swing and a miss on an off-speed. Beautiful off-speed from Sarah Howell as she laid off the gas on that pitch. With that 1-1 the count now to Katie Titus. Here comes the pitch. Just barely foul tipped off by Titus. 1-2. Again, bases are loaded. North Platte getting 2 runs to come across this inning off 2 big hits and a 1 big error by the Cozad infield. Next pitch. Upstairs for ball number 2. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded. 74 pitches so far for Howell. Castle and Cole on deck. Lauren Bowers in the hole for North Platte. 2-2 pitch. Right there, baby. Ooh, it's popped up, drifting towards the North Platte dugout, but goes foul. Howell very lucky that that was not squared up properly by Titus. That one was left right over the zone on an off-speed. Titus not really ready for it, and because of it, fouls it off. Still 2-2 the count. Katie Titus. The pitch. That one goes out to the gap in right center field. It's still going, and somehow grabbing it there is Clayton Fleehardy. And there is the not only first out of this inning, but it was a sacrifice fly to allow another run to come across for the Dogs. They lead 3-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. Fleehardy with a great throw to make sure nobody else moved forward as Savannah Gove now taking over from a hitting standpoint here for Cole. Gove struck out swinging in her previous plate appearance. Has Townsend at first. Jetarezic at second with 1 out. Lauren Bowers is on deck. Addie Reyna is in the hole. That pitch upstairs to Savannah Gove. A quick 2-0 count. Howell really struggling. Nobody warming up for the Haymakers so far. Oh boy, that one just not looking too hot from Sarah Howell. 79 pitches, 53 strikes, 26 balls, but Gove staring down the barrel of drawing a walk and having the bases loaded again. 3-0. That one goes out to left field, but just pulled sharply foul. Gove got all of that ball and then some, but just pulls it sharply foul down the third base side. And with that, a 3-1 count now to Savannah Gove, the senior. As home plate umpire gets some new softballs. Howell steps back into the circle, now ready to face her 81st pitch. Gets the sign from Addison Howarder. 3-1. Outside ball 4. And just like that, Savannah Gove will walk on over to first. The bases are reloaded once again for Lauren Bowers. Bowers flew out to the pitcher Sarah Howell in her first appearance, then grounded out to Soraya Carter in her second. With only 1 out and the bases loaded. Another opportunity for North Platte to bring runs across, leading 3-1 as that one's launched into center field. Clayton Fleehardy gets underneath it, and now tagging up and coming home is Danica Jetarezic. Ella Hernandez could not hold on. 2 runs come across following the sacrifice fly from Lauren Bowers. And also an error going to be assessed to Cozad. As unfortunately for Bella Hernandez at second, she couldn't hold on to the ball when it came her way, and because of that, it scored not 1 but 2 runs to come home. Townsend and Jetarezic. As Savannah Gove now makes her way all the way to third base with 2 down. And now a 5-1 lead that's going out to center field. It is out of here. A home run for Adi Reyna. North Platte has absolutely tore this game open. It is 7-1, a 2-run home run for Adi Reyna off of Sarah Howell. 7 runs come across this inning for North Platte, and they now lead 7-1. And that might do it. We're going to have time called, and I think this will probably do it for the end maybe of Sarah Howell as Brent Dinslage will come out and have a conversation with the home plate umpire. Whatever it was, not too happy with it. Probably thinking maybe go early, but a home run from Adi Reyna makes it 7-1 in this bottom of the 5th inning with Abby Stifler now up to bat for North Platte High School. How about this game? Absolutely crazy how this game is developed as that pitch way upstairs and over the head of Addison Howard, or that one going to the stratosphere. 7-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. North Platte with 7 hits, no errors. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for Cozad and the Haymakers. The 1-0 pitch to Stifler. Another one that's just as not really finding the zone from Sarah Howell. She has 85 total pitches today, 56 strikes, 29 balls. So the distribution looks really good, but now down the wire really struggling with her command, and it looks like Dinslage not really going to go to anybody in the bullpen so far for the Haymakers. Of course, they played a couple of days ago, as there's the first strike as Stifler swings and misses. Malia Harmon is on deck with Faith Bennett in the hole for North Platte High School. Again, leading 7-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull scoreboard. 2-1 pitch. Another one. This fastball upstairs around the head for ball 3. 3-1 the count. You got to think at some point Dinslage is going to have to go to somebody in the bullpen. Most certainly probably be from somebody in the field who will take over for Sarah Howell. As the 3-1 pitch. Oh, in there. That's strike 2. Nope, that's strike 2. Oh, my good heavens. I was going to say home plate umpire getting a little over. Hey, I would do the same thing, too. I can't blame him for getting a little too overzealous because I would have done the same thing. But it's now 3-2 the count to Abby Stifler. 2 outs, nobody on, a 7-1 lead for North Platte High School. 3-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. On over to first goes Stifler. And now here comes the catcher, Malia Harmon. She doubled into left field in her last plate appearance. I mean, it just tight-roped down the left field line. Stayed fair. And now another opportunity to continue the onslaught from the North Platte War Machine as she takes a big swing and a miss. She was going for the fences with that swing, but it didn't execute. 0-1 the count now. As Malia Harmon staring down Sarah Howell as Howell gets the sign from Howarder. 0-1. Way outside. There goes great Stifler with some speed. She gets tagged out easily. Great throw from Addison Howardser, but that is how this inning comes to an end. Doesn't really matter as North Platte absolutely on a warpath right now as they now poured 7 runs in this inning off of 5 hits and now lead 7-1 when we come back here to the top of the 6th inning on FM 98.1, AM 1410 and video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
Ask me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, how to protect what you have waited for. Find me at 405 East C Street in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, here on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. 7-1, the lead now for the Bulldogs. 7 runs came across last inning off of 5 big hits, including a 2-run home run from Addie Reyna's Bella Hernandez, the first batter that Reyna will see to start off this top of the 6th inning. Tried to lay a bunt down, but misses for strike one. It's 0-1 the count now. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group at his location, 621 South Dewey. Sweet B as Hernandez takes a very ill-advised swing, and it's now 0-2 the count. Also, thank you to our Sports Zone sponsors for today's game, Justin Thompson Family Agency with American Family Insurance. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service, no matter what type of service you are looking for, no matter what type of insurance, you are looking for, as Hernandez fouls that ball off. So 1, 2, 3 in the order. Bella Hernandez at bat. Aubrey Hammerlin is on deck, and Sarah Howell is in the hole for Cozad, trailing now 7-1. North Platte trying to take down their 3-game losing streak as another strikeout for Addie Reyna. I'm telling you, I need to see if I can find my stat sheet here on the app that I'm using, because I feel like we are just inching closer potentially to the strikeout record course held by Tatum Montalongo with, I believe, at 14, as that bunt is going to be laid down, picked up by Reyna, throw on over to first, and they apply the tag, and there's a quick 2 up, 2 down for the Bulldogs defense once more. As here's Sarah Howell. She flew out to Tiffany Townsend in her first plate appearance, and then singled into center field as well, so she's 1 for 2 today for Cozad. That pitch fastball upstairs from Addie Reyna for ball number 1. So far today, oh, here we go. This might do her. Addie Reyna today, 11 strikeouts. She needs to strike out the next 4 batters to tie it. That's true, if it does go that way, but Reyna needs to strike out 4 more batters to, if I remember correctly, tie the North Platte record for strikeouts in a single game. Oh boy, that one molloped out to left field. It falls in front of Danica Jadarezic, and there's a first hit in quite some time for the Haymakers, and then there goes that, me and my big fat mouth. I just had to bring it up. Caster curse is real, everybody. So Sarah Howell is on over at first base now for the Haymakers. Clayton Fleehardy, who was struck out swinging in her last plate appearance, is up to bat. She also flew out to Faith Bennett as she fouls the first pitch she sees back to the net for strike number 1. As North Platte is on the verge of picking up their first win since the very first game of the season versus Adams Central, where they shut out Adams Central 9-0. Big swing and a miss from Fleehardy. It's 0-2 the count now to Clayton Fleehardy. As it looks like Kevin Hutchinson, I think, has now appeared from North Platte Community College, of course, starting catcher last season. 0-2 pitch. Oy, way upstairs. Quick throw to first. Oh, as Tiffany Townsend can't hold on to the softball. Great play from Malia Harmon, thinking that Sarah Howell was too far off the first base bag. But she got back just in the nick of time. 1-2 the count. 2 outs here in this top of the 6th inning. A 7-1 lead on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. As the fastball, the Flea Hardy upstairs for ball number 2. 2-2 the count. Hennessy Cargill is on deck with Addison Howard in the hole for the Haymakers. 2-2. Another pitch from Reyna that's down low. We are getting to that point now for Addie Reyna in terms of her stamina. 83 total pitches. She's been superb. 62 strikes, 21 balls. Just needs one more pitch to get out of this inning. 3-2 the count now to Flea Hardy. Down low, ball 4, and that's now 2 runners aboard for Cozad. With Hennessy Cargill, who singled past the glove of Lauren Bowers in her previous plate appearance. Now has 2 runners aboard, being Sarah Howell at second and Clayton Flea Hardy at first for Cozad, trailing 7-1 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. That's tight inside and there for strike number 1 from Addie Reyna. Following Cargill, Addison Howarder, and then Soraya Carter for Cozad. 1 pitch with 2 down. That one's going out to right field. Oh no, past the glove of Savannah Gove. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score for Cozad, it looks like. And now the lead goes down a double. Gove just a little too far away from the ball. Maybe shaded a little too far right. And with that, 2 runs come across. It's now 7-3 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. For Addison Howarder, grounded out to Reyna in her first plate appearance. Dropped third strike, got thrown out at first in her second. Soraya Carter is on deck with Britlin Bussinger in the hole. Reyna getting a talk from the infield, and Jadarezic moving a little more towards center field. But with 2 outs and a 7-3 lead, can Reyna find the last out of this inning and bring North Platte back up to the plate? She'll step back into the circle, get the sign from Malia Harmon, and deliver. Into her glove! A line drive out. Addie Reyna with the reflexes, and that's how this inning comes to an end. Yes, 2 runs did come across for Cozad, but it's still a 7-3 lead when we come back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming at our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
Dave's Place is back.
That's right. Dave's Place is back open, but this time at a brand new location. Come check us out at our new Dave's Place, just north of Walmart at 502 East Francis.
But don't worry, we haven't changed the best of Dave's Place. So the best wings in town. And the best pizza, too.
And the family atmosphere you always want, just at a new stop. Dave's Place is now open at 502 East Francis in North Platte. Dine-in, carry-out, or DoorDash.
Whoop, whoop.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo at 405 East C Street, and find out why so many of our clients would recommend Shelter.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dow Howard Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming at our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com. 7-3 lead on our State Farm agent Bobby Holst scoreboard. We meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. As well as our half-inning break sponsor, Kevin McGann, Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann of the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Sweep E. 2 balls, no strikes to Malia Harmon. She doubled into left field in her last plate appearance. Grounded out in her first. Now facing off against Sarah Howell once more. It's quickly 3-0 the count. So Coach Dinlagi not going to throw a new pitcher out there for Cozad as Harmon now goes over to Coach Johnson to have a conversation. Gets assessed her first timeout. Faith Bennett on deck with Janica Jadarezic in the hole for North Platte as Sarah Howell delivers the 3-0. In there for strike number 1. 3-1 the count now. Harmon, the catcher, staring down the barrel of her first walk today, the 3-1. Ooh, right down the middle for strike number 2. A quick 3-2 count. Three and 2 with nobody out and nobody on. Harmon trying to get on with a walk. Delivery from Sarah Howell, her 96th pitch. Upstairs for ball 4. As on over to first goes Malia Harmon. As up now comes Faith Bennett. As we're going to have a courtesy runner now for Harmon. Looks to be, once again, Ms. Briley Wilkerson. Bennett reached on an error in her previous plate appearance against Sarah Howell. Howell at 96 pitches, 61 strikes, 35 balls. Today's contest. As she looks to lay down the bunt. Oh, good diving glove. We might see the double play, and we will see the diving and double play. As that bunt, unfortunately from Faith Bennett, popped into the glove of Addison Howarder. And that is a double play for Cozad. As 2 down now in the bottom of the 6th inning, a 7-3 lead with Danica Jadarezic up to bat. She's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, both singles up the middle as she flies that one to the heavens and out of play, foul for strike number 1. Tiffany Townsend is on deck with Katie Titus in the hole for North Platte, leading 7-3 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Howell gets set, delivers. That's down low for first ball of this at-bat, into the dirt and rolled into the glove of Addison Howarder. Nobody on, 2 down for North Platte's offense in the bottom of the 6th inning. Next pitch, 1-1. Turned on into the glove greatly from Britlin Bussinger. And we now go to the top of the 7th inning, last potential half inning of play for Cozad's offense. Can they find the magic numbers to get back in the game? You'll have to find out, of course. We get back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex on FM 98.1 and AM 1410. Live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, NorthPlattePost.com.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey. Sweet B, Soraya Carter up to bat is quickly 2-0 the count to Carter. 7, 8, and 9 due up in the top of the 7th inning for Cozad at what could be their last inning of play, trailing, again, 7-3. Swing and a miss by Carter. Strike number 1. 2 strikeouts today for Soraya Carter. Britlin Bussinger is on deck, and then McKenna Bros in the hole. As Addie Reyna trying to find the second strike if this at-bat delivers. Another one that's down low. It's been the reoccurring theme here the last maybe half inning of play, as time will be called, and now the infield will come and have a conversation, or more importantly, Malia Harmon will just have a conversation with Miss Addie Reyna. Reyna's touch has been faltering just a smidge in the last half inning. Now in the potential final inning of play, trying to keep North Platte ahead. They have a comfortable margin, 7-3. But currently it's a 3-1 count to Soraya Carter. 2 strikeouts on the day for Carter. As Addie Reyna gets a sign from Harmon and delivers. In there at the knees for strike 2. Now, if how things have gone so far today for Carter, wouldn't be shocked if we see her take a big hack here on this third pitch. She's been very hasty with her swings all night tonight. 3-2 pitch from Addie Reyna. Swing and a miss. Down goes Carter. Out number 1. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Soraya Carter. And now Britlin Bussinger is up to bat. She herself struck out swinging in her previous plate appearance. Grounded out to Abby Stifler in her first. Has nobody on with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Still a 7-3 lead for North Platte on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Fouled off by Bussinger for strike number 1. McKenna Bros is on deck. Bella Hernandez in the hole. So 8, 9, and back to the top of the order are where we're sitting at for Cozad. With only 2 outs left in this ball game potentially. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Bussinger nowhere even near that ball. It's 0-2. Reyna looking for back-to-back strikeouts in the bottom of the 7th inning. She'll get set in the circle. Stare down Malia Harmon. The 0-2. Boom! It's in there! Strike 3 for Addie Reyna. Back-to-back strikeouts. Britlin Bussinger goes down. And here comes the final batter today. Another member of the Cozad offense who is 0 for 2 with 2 straight strikeouts. McKenna Bros, who Addie Reyna has just had her number all night tonight. Will fire a pitch tight inside around the knees, but a little too tight as it's ball number 1. Want to know the count? 7-3 lead for North Platte High School on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. Reyna, next pitch. Check swing. It's down in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 the count now to McKenna Bros. Bella Hernandez is on deck. Aubrey Hammerlin is in the hole. 98 pitches for Addie Reyna today. Here's her 99th. Swing and a miss. There's strike number 1. 72 strikes, 27 balls. Man, talk about a disparity, man. These strikes have been absolutely huge today for Reyna. Here comes the next pitch. Number 100 as Reyna into the circle. The righty gets set and delivers. Number 100 is plainly in the dirt. Good save by Malia Harmon. It's 3-1 now. As, again, up next is Bella Hernandez, top of the order for Cozad. There is 2 outs, so it's not the end of the world if Bros does walk. As Reyna delivers. Up high, and there's ball 4. And with that, McKenna Bros scampers to first base. Runner at first for Bella Hernandez. She struck out swinging in her previous plate appearance. Danica Jederevic with a nice glove out in left field in the second at-bat for Hernandez. Grabbed the out and then singled into right field did Hernandez to lead off the game. Oh, off speed in there, man. What a beautiful pitch from Addie Reyna. It took a nasty cut at the last second and caught Hernandez off guard. 0-1 the count now. Runner at first being McKenna Bros. Stepping back in is Hernandez. Hammerlin is on deck. Howell in the hole for Cozad. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Once again, a half-hearted swing from Bella Hernandez. It is 0-2. Here is the final potential strike of this at-bat. As Ari Reyna, into the circle she goes. Long glance at Malia Harmon. The delivery! Swing and a miss! Ari Reyna has done it! An electric day for Reyna. Ends Cozad's day 7-3 on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. 7 runs on 7 hits, no North Platte errors. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 Cozad errors. Cozad left 4 players stranded on the base pads. North Platte only left 3. What a day. Let's take a look at Miss Reyna. How many strikeouts did she have to end the game today? She had 14 strikeouts. I think she tied the record. I think this is of course unofficial scoring, but I think Addie Reyna might have tied the record for most strikeouts in a single game here at North Platte High. If I remember correctly, it was either 14 or 15. Tatum Montalongo held that record in her final season. Now I have to take a look here to see if the high school has their records public. Don't think they do. I know they have it on their wall, but what a game for Addie Reyna. Absolutely electric stuff from the junior from start to finish. She was in full control of this game. Had one little misstep early on against, of course, the first 3 leadoff batters for Cozad. Then after that moment, she was absolutely lights out. And you couldn't have asked for a better game today from one Addie Reyna. Unbelievable stuff. A 7-3 North Platte victory here on our State Farm agent Bobby Hull's scoreboard. North Platte breaks their 3-game losing streak here, defeating Cozad. Cozad now 2-3 on the season. North Platte also 2-3 on the season. Step aside and take a break. When we come back here, it is our Quick Stop post-game show here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream, northplattepost.com.
Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
For over 85 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
In North Platte, visit Jay Engel at fbfs.com/find-and-agent.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
The temperatures are rising, but the prices are falling. At Bill Summers Auto Group during their Dog Days of Summer sale. Whether you're fetching a new ride or sniffing out a great deal on a pre-owned vehicle, they've got the savings to make your tail wag. Get behind the wheel with sizzling offers, cool financing and trade-in values that will make you sit, stay, and save. But hurry, just like summer, these deals won't last forever. Stop out to Bill Summers, where families are our business, or visit online 24/7 at billsummers.com.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Experience the new Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy Building at 120 West Leota in North Platte, featuring Nebraska's first zero-G 3D unit for advanced balance training, pediatric therapy suite, therapy pool, hand therapy center, and sports performance gym. Call 308-568-7456 to schedule your appointment today. Great Plains Health, comprehensive care for recovery, rehabilitation, and performance.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Hands of Heartland has offered support and services for those with developmental disabilities in Nebraska since 1998 and is now bringing those services to the North Platte area. Residential services, respite services, community services, and even day services. Hands of Heartland offers a full array of services from 24-hour supports to just a few hours per week. Learn more today online at handsofheartland.com. That's handsofheartland.com. Hands of Heartland, providing creative opportunities to live and grow.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
We're back here at the Quick Stop post-game show. 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. North Platte High School coming away with an electric 7-3 victory over Cozad and the Haymakers. Dogs now 2-3 on the season. Haymakers also 2-3 on the year. I mean, North Platte, for majority of that ball game, was trailing 1-0 until everything came apart for Cozad in that bottom of the 7th inning. It was one little small mistake, one little small hit after one little small hit until it all came to a head with the first 2 runs came across, then 3, then 4, and then that 2-run home run from Addie Reyna into straightaway center field broke the game wide open. Cozad did get 2 more runs that come across in the top of the 6th inning, but after that we're pretty quiet. And it's all thanks, once again, Addie Reyna, who had a fantastic day today. And if I remember correctly off the top of my head, I think ties the strikeout record for North Platte High School at 14. I believe it was set by Tatum Montalongo, of course, 3 years ago. And if I remember, again, I do believe it was 14. Either 14 or 15 strikeouts that Montalongo had in that, I believe, I think it was their senior night she had an unbelievable performance. But even if Addie Reyna does not break the strikeout record, boy, what a fantastic game she had. I mean, went the whole distance, only giving up 3 earned on 5 hits to go along with those 7 strikeouts. As I'm waiting, I think, for confirmation on if that is the strikeout record, or at least tied with it. But an absolutely unbelievable performance from North Platte today after what was a tough day yesterday against Kearney, where they did get shut out in that first game, 12-0. They did bounce back in game number 2, where they did still ultimately fall 12-9. Came back after that doubleheader, drove all the way back home, faced Cozad in their one-off game, and then we don't know. Okay, the answer to that question is I don't know. I'll look over on Wednesday when I get that mark, but they come back home after that trip to Kearney in that doubleheader, play a 1-game series here against a strong opponent in Cozad and the Haymakers, and absolutely in that 5th inning come alive and take down Cozad, ultimately winning this ball game in this one 7-3. Step aside once more, take a real quick break. We come back. Hopefully, Coach Laura Johnson is making her way up to my press box for our La Casa del Rio's coaches interview on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live is streaming NorthPlattePost.com on our Cedar Room live stream.
Hi, this is Dr. Chris Kroll. At Kroll Clinic, we specialize in all areas of rehab, from daily aches and pains to sports injuries, motor vehicle accidents, or post-surgical care. We're the area's premier facility for concussion recovery. Visit us at KrollClinic.com, that's KRULL Clinic.com, or come visit us at Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte. We are committed to getting you back in the game of life without those annoying facility fees.
Cracked windshield, foggy windows, need custom glass work? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years, Larry's has been your glass. From auto to residential to commercial. If it's glass, Larry's Glass has it covered. Fast, reliable, and done right the first time. Trust the experts at Larry's Glass to keep you safe and looking sharp. Call Larry's Glass today, 308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. We're your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gives you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Hey, high school students, why wait to start college when you can begin transforming your future for free? Mid-Plains Community College is now offering free tuition for dual credit and early entry classes beginning this fall. Get ahead, save money, and transform your future while in high school. Talk to your high school guidance counselor or visit our website at mpcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu. Students are responsible for all course-related fees and must attend a Nebraska high school or Nebraska homeschool to qualify.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to the Dowhauer Sports Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410. I am trying to stare down Miss Laura Johnson and figure out where she has scampered off to. There, she's still in that dugout. You know, I'm going to make Jake, even though he walked all the way up here, walk all the way back down and go grab the coach for me. Because you love me so much. Go grab the coach. Also do it because my apartment flooded. I love you. As I pat him on the back, he's going to strangle me the next time he sees me. But how about it for North Platte here? Of course, coming off of a very, very tough last two games, and really in that triangular where they took on Gering, I can't say the word obliterated, but at least had some troubles in that fourth and fifth inning against Gering, and ultimately fell in that game 8-4. Then traveled to Kearney for a doubleheader. It's always tough to travel to Kearney, which is a tough environment to play with, and on top of that, be able to take on a Kearney team, which is always super, super good. And unfortunately, they did fall in both those games. 12-0 in the first one, and then after that, they fell in the second game, 12-9, much more competitive. How do they bounce back from that tough day of softball? Well, how about you face another tough opponent in Cozad and the Haymakers, and you come away with a victory after an absolutely electric fifth inning where you got 7 runs, including a 2-run home run from Addie Reyna, and now pick up your second win of 2025, and now going to have a good couple of days off before you go back to some grindstone. I think, actually, I don't know if it's tomorrow or in the next couple of days, they're going to be traveling to Lincoln East to have a Lincoln East tournament or triangular that they will be attending. So that'll be the next couple of games up here for North Platte, as I think Coach Johnson strolling her way up. She's coming up here. It is our coach's interview brought to you in part by La Casa del Rios. At La Casa del Rios, tradition is served with every bite. For years, families have gathered around our tables to enjoy the rich Mexican flavors that make us famous. From sizzling spices to our legendary mole gravy, slow simmered, savory and unforgettable with every dish. Every dish carries the taste of tradition. Bring your family, taste the flavors of Mexico, and be part of the story at La Casa del Rios, 1911 East 4th Street, open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 8, La Casa del Rios, where tradition meets flavor. As I peer over my howling abyss, and up now, making her way into I don't know if I call it my humble abode, because technically I don't own this place, but the press box here at the Dowhauer Sports Complex. Coach Laura Johnson joins me. First off, Coach, it's good to see you. Now, I can't confirm, since I don't have the big, beautiful board in front of me, but I believe that was a game record-tying strikeouts from Ari Reyna. I believe it's either 14 or 15 set by Tana Montalongo 3 years ago. How crazy of a day was it for Miss Raina? She was just absolutely on fire from start to finish.
Yeah, she did a great job. We're super happy with her performance tonight, and I think it was 14. So
Yes, it was 14. So if I remember correctly, that should at least put it either one strikeout shy or at the tying record. So great night. And honestly, as a whole, from the team standpoint, great bounce back after traveling to Kearney. And as we know, taking on a tough Kearney squad, they're always tough no matter what year you go into. That's a team that's always going to put its very best forward. You fell in both those games. Even though the first game wasn't so close, that second game really showed not only the true grit this team has, but also the determination that you guys are never going to lay down. Same thing here. You've been down 1-0 for all the way up to that fifth inning, and then it all just came alive in that fifth inning. What is some of the things you've been saying, not only in the dugout in this game, but the last couple of games, that even though you fell away with losses, you know you guys are still in it?
Well, our girls just do a great job of going out there every time and doing their best and just keep the effort up, keep the momentum going, and they know that if we just keep doing the right things, we'll come out on top. And we're just working towards that district, trying to get better every single inning we go out there.
And you can see, again, from one inning to another, they're not really letting whatever gets to them get to them. Of course, after that monster 7-run bottom of the fifth, gave up 2 runs. You might have thought, okay, maybe this is where Cozad starts to put their foot back into the door. But not only is that defense of yours shutting that door, same thing with the Addie Rain. I mean, you just see it, as you said, you're not only working towards that goal, but the team just feels like it has a different mentality coming into these games. Even though, they're down a certain mark, it just feels like they can't really find their footing. They never really back down. Did you really set that from the get-go as your team's mentality for this season?
I would say that we kind of really stress that everything we're doing, we're getting better. And we're just working on getting better with every little thing we do. And I called them the Goonies last night. So that's just kind of the heart of this team, is to never quit. So
you know what? That is actually a really great representation of this team, and I think it really showed out here tonight. Now, I would say it gets easier, and I'm just lying to you at this point. If I said it would get easier, I wish it did. But going to have some fun over the weekend, traveling to Lincoln, have a doubleheader for a triangle. We got Waverly as well as Lincoln North Star Friday at 4 and 7:30. So another not only long trip, but other possible great teams that you're going to be facing. What are you going to really focus on in these next couple of days that you have off practice-wise to make sure not only are your girls ready to rock and roll for that game, but also ready mentally for that travel? You can always talk about how going to Lincoln, it's just going to become second nature for you guys, but sometimes you're just never truly ready until you get there. So what are you going to do this week to prepare your team for those 2 doubleheader games?
yeah, we have our notes that from the last couple games of things we want to work on. Definitely just shoring up everything in the infield and working with our pitchers and making sure that we're pitching strategically. And then just carrying the momentum with our bats. We've had, really great at bats.
Yeah.
And just making sure that the sticks stay hot. And Friday's a triple header, so we're going to be.
My darn phone lied to me here, so it's even more extreme. But I think you bring up, before I let you go, a really good point about the bats. All the talk with everybody I've talked to, whether it be from the fans or even with the players during media day, was about how powerful this lineup was going to be. There's always the threat of that big bomb coming through. But honestly, today was more about the, I'm going to say the small ball, but the smaller type of hits, singles, little small pieces to get your team in position. I know this team prides itself and really wants to be known as that powerhouse offense, but how happy do you feel knowing that even if that isn't coming to them, they're still taking advantage of the small things that are given to them?
Well, one of my things is working for base hits. Like, dropping bombs is great, but stringing those base hits together and, getting a bunt here and there, that's what really gets base runners on and gets them moving around the bases.
And that's what you saw today, all that get going. Coach, as always, thank you so much for stopping on by. We will see you before you know it, because it'll be here before you know it at this rate. Just keeps going. Days keep ticking by really quickly.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That's head coach Laura Johnson here on our La Casa del Rios coaches interview. That'll do it for me here today. A 7-3 victory for North Platte High girls softball. The fifth inning, absolute domination. 7 runs came across for the team in that inning. Also thanks to a 2-run shot by Addie Reyna. We'll step aside, and guess what? We'll see you on Friday. First football game of the season this Friday. North Platte High taking on Kearney and the Bearcats from the course Bauer Field FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming on our Cedar Room live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Every step should feel great, but if foot pain, bunions, heel spurs, or injuries are slowing you down, Great Plains Foot and Ankle Specialists is here to help. Their expert team of doctors provide top-notch care, from routine